Hey y'all, my name is Grace Bowers and I am here at Guitar World in New York City, and here are some riffs that changed my life. The first riff that comes to mind is Hit It and Quit It by Funkadelic, which goes like this. And that riff was really inspirational to me the first time I heard it, because that is off of the album Maggot Brain, which is Funkadelic's first album they ever put out. And that was the first song I ever heard off of it. And from there I kind of dug into the rest of that entire album, which is great top to bottom. But that was the first time I had ever heard anything that was like kind of on the funk side of things. And now that's like such a huge inspiration to me. So that's kind of where it all stemmed from, was early Funkadelic and Parliament and all that. And I'm not sure if they used a wah on the song, but I definitely use it a lot in my playing, especially my band covers that song sometimes, and always got to have the wah on for that. So that's become a really big part of my playing as well, and I think that that song in particular and just Funkadelic's music in general like has really inspired that kind of playing for me a lot. Another riff that I was absolutely obsessed with when I was like 14 or 15 and just starting to get like really into guitar was 20th Century Boy by T-Rex, who I always say is one of my favorite guitar players, not because he's a great guitar player or anything, just because he had such a voice on the guitar and played with an attitude. And like that's something that you can really hear that I can't say that about a lot of players who like aren't actually good at guitar, you know? And that riff has lots of, I think he used a fuzz on it, but I don't have a fuzz, so we're just going to use lots of distortion, but it sounds like this. Pretty much the whole song. But I love Mark Bolan. I love T-Rex. He didn't get to release a whole lot of music because he died so young, but he definitely had a huge impact on people like David Bowie and kind of kick-started the whole glam movement, and I feel like he gets overlooked quite a bit. So yeah, he's always been a huge inspiration to me because of that. All right, the next song that has inspired my playing a lot is Them Changes by Buddy Miles off of the album Them Changes. And no, not the Thundercat song, the Buddy Miles song. And Buddy Miles was, I think, most known for being the drummer in Band of Gypsies with Jimi Hendrix. That's also a great record right there. But his solo stuff gets overlooked a lot, I think, and he was a great songwriter, I think, and it was kind of funky, bluesy stuff, and he also had lots of cool Allman Brothers covers that not a lot of people know about, like Don't Keep Me Wondering is one of my favorites of his. But yeah, the song Them Changes, we play a lot in our set live, and it's just a fun song. We mashed it up with Who Knows, too, off of the Band of Gypsies record. They flow right into each other, so yeah, that song kind of sounds like this. Segueing from Buddy Miles, Jimi Hendrix is also like one of my main influences for sure. Specifically, the also mentioned earlier, Band of Gypsies record, which was a live record that he did. And I think it was just a 3-piece when that was recorded, and that's kind of like him in his most raw state. And there's just something so cool about that. I feel like we really missed out on a lot more of those recordings just because he died so young. But one that has really influenced me specifically is Who Knows? And this is a song that my band and I play live quite a bit. And yeah, it's just like it's so easy to jam over, and there's lots of space for improv, and you never really know like where it can go, especially playing it live. So it kind of, I'm gonna use a cool pedal on this, and it sounds like this. The last song that I'll talk about today that has inspired me kind of more recently is Soul Sacrifice by Santana. And that is a song off of his very first album, which I believe is just called Santana. That album, like top to bottom specifically, has really been a huge inspiration because I love the way that it starts out instrumental and the songs kind of like run into each other. And that was something that I definitely wanted to incorporate in my own writing and my own album, and I think it kind of came out a little bit. I think there's a few things that I would have done differently had I been able to go back and do it again, but it was definitely like something that I listened to and was like, I want to do that. So this is Soul Sacrifice by Santana. Those have been 5 riffs that have inspired my guitar playing. And if you like that, make sure to check out my debut album, Wine on Venus. It's available on all platforms. And we might be playing a show near you. We're on tour, so make sure to go check out my website, gracebowers.com, to see all our dates. And yeah, thanks for watching.